Hello, once again, everyone, and welcome to the third podcast. Only our third podcast. My name is Jason, and you are listening to the Babble Geeks podcast. To my right, as always, is Casey.
Hello.
That's right, Casey is getting sick. So if you hear her cough, please forgive. Well, we thought we'd go ahead and do the Christmas podcast, the obligatory Christmas podcast. And Casey came up with a clever idea because I wanted to do a top 10 Christmas movies. She was like, why don't we do the 12 Days of Christmas movie guide? You know, the 12 days of blah, 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 yeah.
They know.
So it's 12 movies, yeah. And we actually put them in order. You want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, well, it's not an order of like best to least best or reversed. It's like a suggestion of order to watch them in.
I think
that's really all it is.
What happened was we were discussing the movies, and we were like, these are the ones we like to watch early on in December. And then these are the movies that are you save for closer to actually, Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
And a couple of the first ones are also ones that you and I both like to watch over and over throughout December.
Exactly. So you watch them first so you can have a chance of watching them multiple times.
And this is by no means a complete list of all the good Christmas movies that there are.
No, so don't.
And this is also not a list of Christmas movies that take place at Christmas time but are not Christmas movies like Die Hard.
Die Hard. We were thinking of doing another list for that.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing a non-Christmas Christmas movie list, which we still might.
It's a fun idea.
Yeah.
I like it.
There's a lot of really fun non-Christmas movies that take place at Christmas.
Isn't one of the Lethal Weapon?
Yeah.
Is it the first one?
I believe it's the first one.
I love Lethal Weapon. I love watching it at Christmas. I haven't in years.
The one with Alan Rickman. Isn't that the one that has the Christmas?
Well, no, that's Die Hard.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson.
Whatever. They're all, actors.
Yeah. All right. So
I just took some medicine, so
yeah, that's great. Was it NyQuil?
No, I don't know what it was.
Is that the kind of NyQuil that you buy behind the counter?
It might have been. Yeah.
All right. Well, anywho, so at number 12, we have. Okay, let me one more time. I want to because we're being really anal about this, but I always say when I do a video, if I'm doing a top 10, this is subjective. Everything about movies is subjective. So once again, if we left something off the list, that's your precious Christmas movie, feel free to let us know, but we apologize ahead of time.
Yeah.
Good Lord, how many times can we apologize?
I'm sure there'll be more.
It's a holly jolly Christmas. All right, number 12 is, drum roll please. I said drum roll, god damn it.
No, you should have said, like he says in the movie.
Oh, yes.
Brrr.
Brrr. What does he sing in the movie? And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in
Joy
air.
to the world.
Joy to the world.
If they haven't guessed it by now,
Christmas
Vacation.
Right. It's the.
It's
what
fun.
did you write here? You wrote entryway. Is it like an entry? What do they call marijuana? It's like a gateway drug.
I don't know. What the fuck was I writing?
I don't know. It's a gateway drug to all the other
Christmas
movies. It really is, though, sort of, in my opinion.
But that's not at all what I meant when I wrote that, and I don't remember even writing that.
Christmas Vacation. It came out in 1989, and I don't know because I don't have the facts in front of me. I don't think it did all that well at the theater.
But it has since.
But it became a Christmas classic, and this is a movie that when I was a kid, VHS, every Christmas, when I would go visit my aunt and uncle and cousins, this was one of the movies that we watched over and over again when it was Christmas time.
Yeah, my hardcore Baptist family turns this on at Christmas get-togethers, and I'm always sitting in the corner cringing because
There's so many
There's
moments.
so much. There's a lot of fucks
Yeah.
and all kinds of things that I know normally they would disapprove of, but I don't know. It's their age that they are, the aunts and uncles and my mom and Chevy Chase and all. They don't seem to mind it. It's weird.
Plus, it's got a good heart.
Yeah.
You know, Clark Wilhelm Griswold III has
Cousin Eddie has
good
a
intentions.
heart that's bigger than his brain or something like that.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I mean, Christmas Vacation is a sloppy movie.
Yeah.
It's just it's
Yeah,
not.
this is not film criticism.
No, it's not.
This is just pure entertainment.
It is sheer entertainment. I want to watch it right now.
Yeah, it's funny and it's got a lot of quotes.
Yeah, vastly quotable. Especially, and my favorite scene is when he's staring out the window with his cup of coffee, and his wife comes down and asks him what he's looking at, and he says, "Oh, the silent majesty of a winter's morn, the clean, cold chill of the holiday air, an asshole in his bathrobe emptying a chemical toilet into my sewer." It's of course that wasn't a very good impersonation. I don't even know if people do impersonations of
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, but oh yeah, there's a lot of great funny
which
lines.
Of course that leads to "Merry Christmas, Shitter Was Full."
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Shitter Was Full.
That's probably the most famous.
They're playing that goofy music.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of juvenile. It's kind of sloppy filmmaking.
Crass.
It's crass. It's silly, stupid.
But it's got some.
But it's funny
hilarity.
and it's got the Christmas mood.
Yeah,
It's got the spirit of
definitely.
Christmas. All right, so shall we move on then?
Sure.
As we can't talk in depth about 12 movies right now because neither one of us.
11 is my favorite.
Yeah, number 11 we picked is Bad Santa, and
A lot of my people really dig the Bad Santa.
and again, this is a list of the order in which we say this is how we enjoy watching these movies. If we were making a list counting down to the best Christmas movies, Bad Santa would be
Top
closer
three.
to the top 5 or top 3.
No,
Top 3 maybe,
top
yeah.
three.
It's
I think
grown in estimation over
I
the
think
years.
Bad Santa's actually one of the best comedies. It's a brilliantly made movie. It unlike Christmas Vacation,
Yeah, it's a well-made.
is a really well-made movie.
Yeah, well, it's
Dark comedy and luckily Christmas.
Yeah, it's got some good talent behind it. I think it's what is his name that directed it?
Terry Zwigoff.
Is it the guy who made Crumb, the documentary Crumb?
Yeah, and didn't he do Happiness?
I think we're mixing our directors.
Are we mixing them up?
Maybe we shouldn't get into that territory, but
Yeah. My brain's not working that very well right now.
you know what? My nose I started getting the sniffles. You better not be making me sick.
I'm
because-
not breathing near you.
Yes, you are. This microphone is right here.
Well, I'm trying not to.
Don't breathe at all.
Okay, I just won't breathe anymore. Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. Terry Zwigoff, I think is how you pronounce it. What is his...
Ghost World.
Oh, yeah. So,
Art School Confidential.
I was correct about Crumb, and then he did Ghost World, which is
I love
great.
Ghost World.
That's a good movie. Anyway, I think I was saying that to get to the point that we prefer the director's cut, right? Bit of a different feel
I
to
like
the movie.
the uncut, and I like the director's cut far better than the theatrical.
Now
the director's
the uncut still has the voiceover, right?
Yeah, the director's cut is much darker.
Darker, yes, a dark.
It's
film.
I really like the uncut version.
I do too.
I might like it better than the director's cut, but the director's cut's kind of ends up being a different movie.
It's kind of like a Blade Runner, you know. You got some narration on one, and you don't on the other, and you kind of like both.
Yeah.
But it's got a great cast. I mean, everybody is hilarious. I mean,
And everybody's hilarious in it. Everyone but Bernie Mac and John Ritter scenes are probably
Yeah.
my. I mean, obviously, anything Billy Bob Thornton does in it makes me die laughing. But John Ritter,
kind of he didn't steal the movie, but he made quite an impression. I think
yeah,
that was right before he died.
it was right before he died, and it made me so sad because when I saw Bad Santa, I thought John Ritter's gonna be in so many comedies now. He's gonna be like comeback, huge,
right,
successful because he's
he was so funny. Yeah,
funny in it, and so that made me very, very sad.
but now
Bernie
Billy
Mac
Bob Thornton
died too.
Oh yeah, Billy
But
Mack.
Bernie Mac was very
Billy Mack, listen to me.
Billy Mac.
Jesus, what about Cloris? Well, Cloris Leachman's still kicking.
Is
right?
she? Are you sure we didn't miss that?
Oh God, please no.
No, I think she's still.
I think she is. Yeah.
Alive and well.
Yeah.
Granny.
Is Granny spry? All right, so yeah.
I could talk about Bad Santa for 2 hours.
Yeah,
straight,
I guess we better move on.
Just
again, infinitely quotable, rewatchable, and again, it's a genuine Christmas movie. It has a good heart because, in the end, as terrible as he is, Billy Bob Thornton, just a despicable kind of person for the most part. His best trait being that he's funny. In the end, he does have a good heart with what he tries to do for Thurman Merman.
Oh, poor little Thurman Merman.
Kind of captures the point of Christmas in a way.
Yeah,
so it's good.
It's got a Grinch kind of thing to it.
It does. Funny
very
because
much.
didn't I say that it looked like he studied the cartoon, the original Grinch, and he looks sort of like some of his facial expressions and the way he's slumped and just his posture, he sort of looks like the Grinch.
He's very Grinch-like.
It's hilarious.
He's fantastic
Yeah.
in that movie. Love it.
So what do you prefer him as? You prefer him as Bad Santa or as, what's his name in Fargo?
Oh, Billy Bob Thornton will always be Bad Santa. I mean, he's great in Fargo. I love Fargo, and I think Bad Santa's a lot more likable than...
What do you think Billy Bob Thornton would like to hear? Do you think he would like to hear he will always be Bad Santa? Do you think he would prefer that to he will always be Sling Blade?
I don't think...
I don't think he gives
I
a
would
shit.
imagine that Billy Bob Thornton would be like, whatever.
Whatever, man.
I like to imagine he would be anyway.
Okay, so number 10 on the list, and again, this is a movie that would be in the top 3.
I disagree with the placement of this one, by the way. I would put this one at number 1 only because my tradition's different than yours on this one.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
I understand your point, but I had to insist on placing it here, and that would be A Christmas Story. Because for me, now that it's on Blu-ray, I want to see it once on Blu-ray.
I like the marathon.
That leads us to the marathon. That's on, TBS or TNT every year?
TBS every year.
24 hours of I'm sure a lot of you folks watch it that way, where it just plays for 24 hours.
I just leave it on that channel.
And it's nice. That's become a tradition for a lot of people, just to have it playing in the background all day. And I really do like it because it's the way that the script is structured. It's like a series of sketches or vignettes.
It doesn't matter when you walk in the room. You're instantly sucked into it. That's why it works as a marathon. There's so many Christmas movies they could play on a marathon that wouldn't work, but because of the way it is, like you just said.
You can walk in and out and, it's that scene or that's that scene, and it works perfect to watch.
The Old Man is the best thing about the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it's one of those movies
him.
that you notice something new every time you see it, no matter how many times you watch it. And it's usually something involving the old man. Yeah.
The Old Man. Everything he does is hilarious. But it's really funny because he's a really good father and a really good husband. He's very loving, despite all the scenes of him acting like a total lunatic. When you watch the movie over and over, you see he's like, I wish he were my dad. He's funny and silly and likes to have fun and is
Well, the big
loves
tear-jerking
them.
moment in the movie is at the end when Ralphie finds his BB gun
Oh yeah,
and
he
he's
looks
opening
so
it up,
excited
and
for Ralphie.
yeah, it's the old man got to me.
The old man got to me too. He always gets to me.
All right, so let's move on to number 9. This is a movie that I haven't seen in a very long time, and I know, you know,
Excuse me.
people are going to be like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" But I'm not the biggest fan. I think I just need to watch it again, and that would be Elf.
Which I watch about 20 times during December.
You have a lot more to say about the movie than I do. I mean, I remember seeing it in the theater, and the best thing I can say about Elf is I appreciate that they created a new modern
Yeah.
Christmas classic because it was about time.
Yeah.
Jingle All the Way didn't work.
Jingle All the Way. Oh my God,
Can
what
I
a
throw-
terrible. I'm sorry for anyone who loves Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, I apologize because I do
but
realize
everyone has their Christmas movies. I like some shitty Christmas movies.
me too, and let me smooth this over
Yeah.
by saying that when I was a kid, I loved Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah,
Okay.
I never could get into
No,
Ernest,
but
I know
I'm
that
throwing that out because I know that
You
people,
loved it.
when they were a kid, if they saw Jingle All the Way, they may have loved it. It's
Yeah,
just
I
a
know. It depends
nostalgia
on...
thing, and I loved Ernest Saves Christmas, but
you
I
have
didn't.
Ernest Saves Christmas on DVD.
I have it on Blu-ray.
Oh my God.
That's right, in all of its high definition glory.
Oh Jesus.
Yes, that's right.
Oh wow. Okay, Elf is just silly, goofy, fun, and I like when Will Ferrell isn't playing a douchebag jackass. It's rare. You know, he's
But you
funny.
can see-
He's funny as the douchebag jackass. That's his thing.
You can see
But
that-
he's so sweet and nice in it, and you know, Ed Asner is Santa Claus, perfect Santa Claus.
and Bob Newhart
Bob
is the
Newhart is
head
Papa
elf.
Elf, his adopted father. I just like everything about it, and
Wasn't there
it takes place.
There was a
in-
shot I remember where he was sitting in Bob Newhart's lap.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
hilarious. He sits in his lap at the very end, not
Yeah.
when he's a boy,
Oh
but
my
when he's
God. When he's a grown man.
when he's a grown man. The reason I enjoy it so much is it takes place in New York at Christmas time, which, you know, for me, London or New York are the two places that I want Christmas.
Yeah, I say New York.
And it's just, you get to see a lot of it, and it's him with his attitude going around to the New Yorkers doing all of this stupid stuff is just so funny. And it makes me cry every time I watch it. That's a good thing
Yeah, that's a good thing.
for a Christmas movie.
What did you think about the casting of Sonny as his dad?
When I saw the preview, I thought, but he's good. He plays a hard-ass New York kind of asshole.
Older man, yeah, okay.
And that's James Caan.
And of course,
he's
you have
good at that.
the famous the song they sing. Zoe Deschanel. Oh, I can never. This is another name I'm butchering.
Zoe Deschanel.
Deschanel.
I don't think it's Deschanel.
Deschanel.
It's Deschanel.
It's Deschanel.
I think it's Deschanel or
Okay.
something close to
All
that.
right. She's
Oh yeah,
great
her
in
and
it.
what's his name? Is it I bought the song
Yeah,
after
that's-
the movie.
It's a great song.
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, she does a rendition of that, and it's really, really good.
It's none of
But I mean, this movie definitely has the Christmas spirit in it in spades. I mean, it's
Leon Redbone.
they really
But
were putting a lot of. They really wanted to go for this is a Christmas movie. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
and the detail at the North Pole is so true to like Rankin and Bass stuff, like
Okay, yeah.
Rudolph and all that. I just like all the detail, and I like the way everything looks. It's like eye candy.
Yeah.
And Baby, It's Cold Outside is probably my favorite Christmas song, and I love the version from this movie.
It's a dirty Christmas song. The old man's trying to keep the girl He's a rapist. It's basically
Key and Peele did a thing of that where they're doing.
really.
Maybe it's called Outside, and one of them's a woman, and it's like he's trying to rape her.
Is it really?
It's hilarious.
Oh, I'm gonna see that. I
yeah,
didn't know that existed.
you can find it on YouTube, I think, or Comedy Central.
I mean, if you just listen to this,
funny.
the words, it's
Yeah,
it's a little rapey.
but I love it. It's one of the few songs I can sing along to. All right, next is one of my favorite classic old Christmas movies.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever properly watched this.
Yeah, I've tried to get you to watch it a bunch of times, and you just show no interest whatsoever.
Well, it's The Bishop's Wife. Take it away.
Bishop's Wife is just... It's so Christmassy. It's black and white. It's beautiful black and white. Cary Grant, Loretta Young, David Niven.
I was just providing some undertone
some
Christmas music while you were...
Yeah, you might not have... Is Christmas music royalty free?
Oh my God.
It's... I have perhaps not the most Christmassy of reasons for liking this movie. I'm totally hot for Cary Grant.
Zombie Cary Grant?
No. Dudley, his name in the movie, Cary Grant. It pretty much, okay, the story is, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's a great old movie. You should watch it. David Niven is like the bishop of this church, and he wants to build this big cathedral, and he's having a hard time raising money. Loretta Young is his wife. He prays for help, and he's neglecting his wife in the meantime. And Dudley, Cary Grant, is an angel. He comes to help him, but he's coming also to help him not neglect his wife and see things the way they should be rather than just money, money, money. But the whole movie is Dudley, Cary Grant, pretty much just seducing the holy fuck out of Loretta Young, Loretta Young is gorgeous. Just absolutely beautiful in this movie.
I think that's a funny premise.
Isn't that... Well, that's how I view the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone else might not view it that way. But,
who makes a better angel? What's his name? Buddy? Dudley. Dudley or Clarence? Dudley versus Clarence. Clarence is completely incompetent.
Dudley's very smoldering and sexy, so that might not be what you would think of in an angel. Of course, Clarence is...
He's a doofus.
He is a doofus. But anyway, Bishop's Wife is so Christmassy, and it's got just lots of... I don't know.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. That's copyright too. A-OK.
A-OK. That's awesome.
All right, let's number 7 is we cheated a little bit.
Yeah.
And we, just like I cheat when I did a top 10 and I put The Godfather 1 and 2 together, we're putting Home Alone 1 and 2 together.
And no more Home Alones. Only those two.
Those are canon.
Yeah.
Anything after that is not within the proper Home Alone universe.
Home Alone's in the realm of just entertainment, in our opinion, right? I'm speaking for you. Not what you would call
No, this is a fine film. No, it's well made.
It's Christmassy.
John Hughes, Chris Columbus.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's Christmassy. It's a good script. Great casting. Funny, fun.
It has some really facepalm embarrassing moments. Both of them do.
Right.
There's some
I think the second one especially.
Yeah,
really
there's some
moments.
And mostly that's with Catherine O'Hara and what's his name, the dad.
Yeah, when they wake up and
the camera speeds
the
up
film
for them to
speeds
hop
up
out of
and they're
bed.
running around.
And they say, "We slept in." Why'd they write
look at
that
each
line?
other.
Who says that? We slept in. Wouldn't you be like, "Oh my God, we're late"?
It was kind of an 80s, 90s thing.
We slept in.
When two characters look at each other and scream.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the choice of line.
Okay.
We slept in. That's always bugged
And
me.
do they both say it? They both say it at the same time, right? We slept in.
Yeah, we slept in.
Oh.
But it's
They
fun
are truly
watching
soulmates.
Marv and Harry get, demolished in both the movies. Entertainment Weekly put out, when Home Alone 2 came out, they put out an article where they talked to doctors and they listed each thing that Kevin did to each one of them, and this would kill them, they would be in a coma or dead, each particular thing, and almost everything would pretty much they'd be done for.
The second one is especially vicious. It's very much like a Warner Brothers cartoon.
Oh yeah.
And
the electrocution, where they actually switch over to his skeleton showing. Remember?
Now the first one's not too shabby either. When he steps on the nail, I can't. That's the worst thing.
I cover my eyes with the nail. That's the one thing I can't watch.
The paint cans swinging through the air and hitting him in the head. I mean, they would be dead. I don't know why, but I think the funniest thing is when he hangs that thing on the door that heats up.
It up.
It's good editing. It's good comedy editing.
It is very good comedy editing. It's if you like planes, trains, and automobiles, and can let your cynicism fade away just a little bit.
Become a
They're very enjoyable. Home Alone 2, of course. He's at the Plaza Hotel, New York. I have more fun watching it because it's, again, New York Christmas. My favorite.
It's kind of a place you want to spend.
And they show a lot of New York at Christmas.
Yes, you really want to spend Christmas there.
Oh, yeah.
The movie. All right, let's move on to number 6, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And we are, of course, referring to the original animated film and not the Jim Carrey version.
Right.
And no knock on anyone who likes the Jim Carrey version. I saw it in the theater. I thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't. There's something off about it, though. There's something about Jim Carrey and the makeup, and I don't know what.
I think it was the Who's makeup distracted me too much.
Yeah, it was a little off for me. But
I think Jim Carrey's performance I would have enjoyed if the makeup had been different.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know though. I don't know. There's, like you said, something is.
But that's Hollywood for you. They always have to try to.
But the cartoon, everyone's
got to love the cartoon because every year they play it on television.
Yeah.
I mean, if you grew up 80s, 90s, or whatever, you're going to see it on television.
And it's great. It's Dr. Seuss classic.
I love when the Grinch is slithering around the
on
Christmas
his belly.
Tree. Yeah.
Yes, I do too.
You're a foul one.
The song, the song is. I love the song.
Yep. I also like the little dog.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor dog. I like the scene where his heart is what's happening? Is it getting bigger?
It grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah,
you claim to have seen this?
I haven't watched any of these in a while.
I haven't seen it since last year, but everyone knows that.
Now, this next one is also, this is number 5 is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the Rankin and Bass.
Right. I chose this to represent Rudolph and those. I'm not a big fan of Frosty personally, but I know a lot of people love it, and I can see why. But
how many people are we offending with this podcast?
12.
12.
I don't know. Santa Claus is Coming to Town is my favorite of the Rankin and Bass felt wonderland of winter, the stop motion, whatever. It's got the. It's the story of everything about where Santa came from, where all the traditions of Santa came from, why he puts things in your stocking, why he comes down the chimney, and it's got this little penguin in it. I don't know why. Topper is the penguin's name, and whenever Kris Kringle does anything good, Topper jumps up and kisses him on the cheek, and you hear this little kissy noise, and that makes me laugh
Oh.
like a lunatic every time.
I remember, I think as a kid, I mean, these would come on television again. And I think as a kid, I would, you just pretty much enjoy anything
Oh yeah.
that was Christmas or,
Yeah.
cartoon. And as an adult, I don't enjoy them as much.
You don't
I'm
like
afraid to say.
cartoons.
I'm not the biggest animation fan.
Yeah.
A lot of people think I'm strange for that.
Yeah. I'm always shocked. There's so many things I would think you would really enjoy.
I'll tell you, I have a very high standard.
Yeah.
There are a few animated films that I absolutely love, but the majority of them, I just could take or leave.
I like Rudolph, of course, but there's something about Santa Claus is Coming to Town is just funny. It's really freaking funny.
Oh, I might give it a watch.
With
It's
the
short.
Meister Burger, the mean guy who's just ridiculous. It's very funny, and Mickey Rooney is the voice of Santa.
I'm a fan of Mickey Rooney. May he rest in peace.
Wow, I can't believe he's dead. I thought he'd live forever.
I did too. I didn't think he would ever.
Okay, next one.
Number 4, The Muppet Christmas Carol. The Michael Caine. To hell with Alistair, what's his face?
Yeah, we're going for fun on this list, and obviously there's also the one with a Patton. What's his name? George C.
Oswald.
Scott.
Oh, George C. Scott.
And
correct?
there's one with Captain Picard as well.
Oh, you're right.
And of course there's Scrooged, which I love. Scrooge. Bill Murray.
We're Philistines.
But...
We're passing up Bill Murray, Captain Picard.
You know why? Because we couldn't pick between all of those.
Yeah, and I always used to say Michael Caine is the funniest man in the world. So
the Muppets are. Who doesn't like the Muppets?
Right.
Almost everybody likes the Muppets. Muppets are great.
Had to pick
Michael
a version.
Caine is hilarious and
he's funny interacting with the
with
Muppets.
Yeah.
I think.
But it's it's the story that everyone knows. There's really not much.
No, there's not much more to say about it. But it's very
But
Christmassy.
we certainly also like
the other versions.
all the other versions of A Christmas Carol.
And Scrooged especially.
Oh, but
with Bill Murray. I mean, that's just a darker. It's a very cynical take on. It's a very dark movie.
It's a very dark movie.
Of course, it's a dark
it's got
story.
Some
but
moments in it where my favorite part of that movie though is when the people at the shelter think that Bill Murray is Richard Burton, and he does his Richard Burton impression.
I gotta watch it again.
Oh God, it's so funny.
Because I've been watching
Bill
a lot
Murray doing Richard Burton.
I've seen
hilarious.
A bunch of Richard Burton movies this past year, so I need to rewatch that.
Richard Burton is joyful to
he's
snicker
great.
at and watch.
Yes.
He's great.
He's
great, but I laugh. I can't help it.
Of course, I laugh. I can't help.
I laugh.
So I guess Scrooged, honorable mention.
Yeah.
Number 3, Miracle on 34th Street, which is another movie that I'm not.
Miracle on 34th Street is one that
That's
bothers me that you don't like. Most of the time I don't care, but it's they
Because it's
the original one is the one, not Attenborough as Santa. Oh, sorry.
Down with Attenborough.
No, I like him.
He's dead too, so
terrible.
How does
just
that
a horrible
make you
movie.
feel? Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. He's not Santa Claus. That's why I don't like it. I think it's a
You
childhood
don't know
thing.
that he's not Santa Claus?
He just sticks a cane in a house. That's all he does. This old homeless man sticks a cane in a house.
You don't know what he does.
He's a hobo.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, but I never got the feeling as a
You wait
child.
till we get to post-apocalyptic.
That's fine. But
No, I'm kidding.
This comes from childhood when I saw it.
So when you were a little kid,
I didn't think
you didn't like it as a kid.
Well,
them proving that he was Santa Claus.
Because
when
I
they
always
bring in
knew,
all the bags of mail, the New York post office, brings all the Santa letters to the courtroom to him.
I knew he was just a bum. Just all a scam.
All right, well, Miracle on 34th Street, the original, is
Home Alone, the original.
George Costanza.
Yeah.
Our favorite George Costanza quote is, when Jerry comes home, when George has been watching.
He's weeping.
And Jerry's like, "You're crying from Home Alone?" And George...
The old man got to me.
We say the old man got to me very often.
Yeah.
Anyway, Miracle on 34th Street is a Christmas classic. It's got the Macy's Day Parade. It has precious little Natalie Wood. It's really good.
Now, do you like the colorized version? Or is it all original black and white for you?
I don't mind the colorized version.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas and all the Christmas colors and everything. Yeah. Oh, and Miracle on 34th Street also is all like Macy's, which is so New York Christmassy.
All right, I'm not bashing the movie. I don't like.
You just don't believe in Santa Claus.
No, I don't believe in this bum. Who's just
okay.
He's obviously schizophrenic. Okay, let's move on. I'll give it another watch this year. I'll try again.
Okay.
Charlie Brown Christmas. That's a obvious classic, and one that we put down here in the top 3 because it's one you generally watch near Christmas.
If you own it, I think they air it at some preposterous time, like the last day of November or something. They always air it some weird time.
It's a couple of weeks before, but
I always watch the DVD or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, obviously classic. Everybody knows Charlie Brown Christmas. A lot of great moments.
The poor little tree.
The little tree, which is awesome, and the Christmas play, and then you have Linus coming out to tell the Christmas story.
Yeah.
And
so many of these movies and shows we've talked about have been done. What would be on my list, but this is not my list. This is our shared list.
Shared list.
South Park's Christmas specials I watched yesterday.
Yeah, they're very Christmassy, but this one is full of sincerity. This one has sincerity in it.
Yes. Isn't that the Halloween, the Great Pumpkin with the sincerity?
Probably, but I apply it to all things
Charlie
Brown as sincerity.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get on to number 1, and that would be It's a Wonderful Life with good old Jimmy Stewart.
And Donna Reed. Love.
This is not, okay, first, I like it at number 1 because it's definitely a movie that if you watch no other Christmas movie, I believe everyone should watch this movie once a year.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes you sort of, when you watch the movie, I mean, if you keep an open mind and open heart about it, it's a very uncynical movie that kind of makes you think about what's really important in life. And so I don't know, it's such even not the Christmas parts aside, it's a great film.
Yes.
One of the greatest films. And Jimmy Stewart is one of my favorite actors.
And he's so good in it.
Yes, he is.
When he's at the bar crying and praying.
Yeah, it's great acting.
The acting is like, I cry every time. And I just tweeted the other day.
It's very realistic.
The other day I just tweeted about when he first kisses Mary when they're on the phone with Sam Hee-Haw. That scene, that's in my opinion, like the hottest, sexiest first kiss scene, and it's so emotional, and they're crying, and he's yelling at her that he's not going to let her
ruin his life.
And yeah, but he loves her, and she loves him, and it's like just the best kiss. It's so great.
Yeah,
it's a very romantic movie between him and her. There's a lot of good.
Yeah, and his acting, as you said, I mean, it's so for its time. He was ahead of his time.
He was ahead of his time with his acting.
It's just so realistic and well done.
Yeah, and it's
I hate Clarence, so I can't stand that. I would have kicked him right into the river.
God, you sound like such a Grinch.
I'm sorry.
You're so bah humbug.
I tried to tell you I wasn't in the mood for this.
Oh my God. Clarence is... well, there's not a lot of Clarence. He's not in the movie that much.
Yeah. You know, the kid, whoever that plays the younger.
The kid that plays little
Jimmy Stewart.
George Bailey.
George Bailey.
The scene where old man, what's his name, the pharmacist is whacking him in his sore ear.
His sore ear.
That I think
his bum ear.
His bum ear. There's probably at least 10 scenes in that movie that make me sit and just cry.
Great.
But I love it.
You can watch that alone.
Yeah, I do. And Donna Reed is lovely in it. She's just right.
Directed by the great Frank Capra, who also directed, he directed a lot of great movies, but one of my favorite movies is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, also starring Jimmy Stewart, that recently came out in a very nice Blu-ray book edition.
A digibook?
Yes, a digibook edition, and I want very much. But, hint, hint, Christmas present. Oh, wow, what's this? Are these honorable mentions?
These are just some that,
Didn't make the cut?
Didn't make the cut, not because they weren't good. Like, Nightmare Before Christmas is obviously
it deserves
wonderful.
to be on the list. But it bridges the Halloween to Christmas thing, so, you know.
Like we mentioned Scrooged.
White Christmas.
White Christmas and Holiday Inn are both wonderful and classics. It's just we were going for the more... Well, White Christmas is pretty freaking popular.
Well, we had to whittle it down.
Yeah, we did.
So
There's no reason.
That's the bottom line.
There's really no reason. No. Gremlins is totally a Christmas movie.
I need to get that on Blu-ray. I have Gremlins 2 on Blu-ray, but I don't have
The Polar Express
I'm not.
is very Christmassy, but I'm kind of freaked out by how everyone looks in it. I'm not a fan of that technique.
No, the
rotoscoping.
Yeah, I'm glad he got off of that.
I don't care for that very much, but I like the story. The story is good.
Christmas in Connecticut.
I hated Love Actually when I went to the theater to see it. I rolled my eyes.
Me too.
And bitched constantly.
And I still do.
But as I've gotten older, I watch it once a year and sit and cry because it just makes you feel. It makes you feel like you really just, there's just not much.
Man, I hate to sound like a Grinch because I'm disagreeing with so many of these movies that you like, and I don't.
I totally understand hating Love Actually because I used to.
Yeah.
There's Santa Claus the movie that I know a lot of people like. Some of my cousins like it.
I loved that as a kid. Yeah.
Oh, I never liked Santa Claus.
It's horribly
dated. I'm sorry.
dated.
No. Forgive me, I'm sick and on medicine. Santa Claus the movie's awesome. John Lithgow and Dudley Moore. I'm thinking of...
You're just thinking of the Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus with Tim the Toolman Taylor.
I'm not going to make the noise.
No, please don't. But I know that's a cherished movie to a bunch of people. My cousins, they watch it every year.
I would probably...
They love it.
The Santa Claus is a great premise. And I think it was a, well-executed movie for what it is. I can't get past the Tim Allen casting. If they had cast someone else in that role.
Yeah. Now, I like Tim Allen in Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, no, well.
Because...
you're right. He is good at that.
I don't know. His acting is... He's not being that show, Home Improvement-y.
Right.
He's actually...
Home Improvement-y.
Yeah, well.
Like that.
Just make up whatever.
Okay, so we both love a bunch of different Christmas movies. I apologize for disagreeing with or sounding like a Grinch. But obviously
if you're a South Park fan, you should watch... If nothing else, watch the Mr. Hanky Christmas special every year because all the songs are hilarious. And I just watched it yesterday and it made me feel Christmassy more than anything else has so far.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo
put
me in the Christmas mood.
Probably haven't seen that since it originally aired. But
You don't like cartoons, so.
will you stop saying I don't like cartoons? I don't. You know, when I was a kid, I loved cartoons.
Right.
The shitty Saturday morning cartoons like He-Man and
Ooh, you better watch what you say.
I know. I almost said Transformers. I'm gonna get lynched for that. No, it's not that I dislike. I just have a very high standard, and it's not really my go-to kind of thing. But blah blah blah. We're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Gene Kelly tap dance with Danny fucking K. All right. So now that wraps it up. Hope you enjoyed. Plugs? The plug?
Plugs, yeah.
Go ahead.
Me first this
Ladies
time?
first.
All right. Come every... I'm sorry, my medicine.
Is that a Christmas song?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Ye gentlemen.
My mind just totally went blank. It's the medicine, I think. Join me and at eFoxBand every Friday night on Twitter for hashtag Friday Fondue. We have hashtag games, and they're really fun.
That's right. I can vouch for that. And as for me, I'm Crazy Jason on YouTube. So please go and subscribe to the Crazy Jason. You can just type in Crazy with a K into the YouTube search and look me up.
Yeah.
Subscribe. And just today, I went to Best Buy to pick up.
I got my early Christmas present from you already.
Yep.
I tweeted it, actually.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. And I feel kind of bad because earlier I think I sent out a tweet that everybody needs to go quickly and get it. But I think it was too late because there was a cluster situation. I think all over the country they were sold out by 11 o'clock.
Jerks buying them to sell on eBay.
People were in line.
That's so not cool.
I circled back around after I checked out, and they were all gone.
Yeah.
From all the spots they were placed at.
You got two. You got one for you and one for me.
So.
And it's really cool. The steelbook. It's got the cassette player on the front, and it's got this It looks like on the back. It looks like this 80s sticker you'd have on your Trapper Keeper of the whole cast.
It's
just
Steelbook of the Year.
That's so cool. I tweeted it earlier. Anybody that follows me on Twitter at KCESAC on my picks is the last pick I tweeted. The picks don't do it justice, though. It's so cool.
I'm hoping for a restock or something for people because they really... It feels like somebody dropped the ball here. I mean, first of all, allowing scalpers. I read a lot of scalping stories of people going in.
It's terrible.
And buying 15 copies. And already just tonight on eBay, the first day of release, they're going for anywhere from $45 to $70.
With 17 hours left or something like that.
People are bidding on it at like $46, $47.
That's so not cool.
Yeah.
That is not Christmassy.
No, it's not the Christmas spirit.
That is not in the spirit of Christmas.
It is not.
God damn it.
All right, so any more plugs or anything? Or are we going to wrap it up here?
People tune in to Crazy Jason this week because he's going to announce a little contest.
Yeah, I got a little... Sounds like Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah.
Third prize is you're fired. All right, thanks for listening, everyone. And we're on iTunes now, right?
We're in their review.
Okay.
Where, I don't know how long it'll take. An hour or 24 hours will be on there. It's taken care of.
So, guys, I mean, if you
in their hands.
Once we're up on iTunes, if you want to download, be sure to give us a nice review and a good rating.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be awesome.
It'd be Christmassy of you.
Yes, it would be your gift to us. All right, so that'll do her.
We'll have another podcast before Christmas, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Probably one more.
Yeah, okay.
If not, Merry Christmas, everyone.
And Happy Holidays.
Happy Holidays and all of that.
And bah humbug
to me?
Yes.
Because I played the Grinch to your Kringle today?
Yeah.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.